What's going on, guys? EJ from the Daily Shave, and today we're just going to do a simple shave for the day, but also just reviewing the Phoenix Artisan Aluminus razor. So this is just a prototype. They're not really sure if they're going to keep making these, so I just wanted to nab one because, you know, it looked really good and it's more aggressive than the current dock razors online at Phoenix Artisans. This weighs about 36 grams total in weight, and it's made out of 775 aluminum, so it's kind of like aviation parts out of this, and it's all made here in the US. So we'll be doing an all-American shave, you know, first for the elections, you know, the new presidency. So we have our fine American blend soap. I already have it you know, lathered up, so we have it ready to go. And we will be using the Crown King shaving brush as well. All these items are made here in America. So we'll go ahead, rinse out the face. For the most part, you know, I hear a lot of mixed reviews online about the fine soaps, you know, how they have like the post-shave when you rinse off with the soaps doesn't really feel as comfortable as other soaps, but I've only used the soap only once, so I really have to go ahead and give it a second go. As for the razor, I haven't used it just yet because I've been kind of just waiting to put this video up. But coming from Phoenix Artisans, and I have a couple other open comb safety razors, I shouldn't have a problem shaving with this. This is this one's more aggressive than the other dock lineups, by the way. And the blade that we'll actually be using too is the sharp blade. All right. So we'll go ahead, get our razor. Sharp blade. And just my initial thought on the elections, I mean, it was very close. You know, a lot of people are very displeased about, you know, the new president, but, you know, this is why we vote. This is what we do. You know, and I hear a lot, you know, negative, you know, comments obviously on social media, but, you know, you got to take the bad with the good. We'll go ahead, we'll do our first pass. But one thing I don't appreciate is how the millennials today, when they don't get their way, they kind of throw a hissy fit like a little kid. You know, it's one thing to protest, you know, perfectly fine. But when you start destroying property, burning the American flag, it's really unnecessary. You know, you got people saying, you know, they want to move out of the country. And why would you? You know, you live in America. You know, a lot of things you take for granted over here. You know, some things you just can't do in other countries. You know, but that's just my opinion. Great razor, by the way. Alright, excellent first pass. We'll go ahead and rinse out, go for pass 2. And also I have a whole bunch of celebrities, George Lopez, Cher, Amy Schumer, just to name a few that said that, you know, they would leave the country, you know, go to Canada or something like that. And they're not leaving. I mean, pity, right? That, you know, the world's coming to an end, but yet these people are like practically millionaires, you know, from their sad, miserable life living here in America. Most better off than others. You know, it's ridiculous. And I watched TSC's video, and he said he read a tweet with Justin Timberlake. You know, he tweeted saying, you know, 2 tragic days in America is 9/11 and 11/9. You know, I would never ever compare, you know, these two historical days, you know, from one another. I mean, one obviously really tragic, and the other is just a way of, you know, just having a new president. And And this is why we vote. You know, you make your vote be heard, and apparently the people have spoken, and they elected Trump. I mean, not a lot of people are happy, but, you know, I have plenty of friends too that said that they weren't happy with Obama. You know, it's always, you know, two sides to a story. But, you know, you can't always get what you want. But for you to go there and say, you know, comparing a day to 9/11 is just uncalled for. It's, you know, no room for that. Alright, pass 2. But the subject back on this razor, a little more aggressive, and I can feel that. A lot more blade exposure. I think it's about 40 millimeters blade exposure. But it's very forgiving too, from what I feel right now. But, you know, feel free to leave, you know, your comments down at the bottom of the video, what you think about, you know, this whole election process. Granted, it was a very long one. You know, sorry about that. A lot of it, you know, is egged on with social media, you know, not really helping, more like feeding the fire. You know, you really just gotta do your research, you know. Just don't believe, you know, at least today in this day and age, you know, these millennials, you know, they'll follow anything, you know, that goes onto their timeline feed. But, you know, you really gotta sit back and just do your research. Alright. Excellent second pass. We'll rinse it. And be glad, you know. Don't be so, you know, don't be so down. If you're waking up every day, you got a roof over your head, food in your belly, and you have the internet, you are a lot better than most people, even in the US, you know. Just be grateful for that, and especially if you have a job too, full-time job, you know, and I'm lucky to have that as well. Don't take it for granted. You know, people say, you know, it's just 4 years, but hey, 4 years is gonna go quick. I mean, look at Obama. I mean, one day he was here, next thing you know it, you know, starting in January, the inauguration will happen, and, you know, we'll be appointed a new president. But don't be down about the situation, you know. Just be grateful that you have a lot of things that people would not take for granted, you know, in their regular lives. You know, because, you know, I've been there, you know. I've been there to where, you know, it's just, you know, have a little rough patch, but you know, you overcome through it. All right. Alright, so just a quick rundown. We just got done shaving with the Aluminus Dock safety razor. We used our Crown King synthetic brush, fine American blend shave soap, and then we'll go ahead and we'll finish it up with the fine aftershave splash. And I also have my block of alum, so stay tuned for the post, okay? Excellent shave. We'll let that just set in for a quick second and go ahead and just, clean off the tools with the shade. So yeah, like I said, don't be so down. It's just 4 years, if you really want to make a statement, you can go into local law first, get your, start off small and then work your way up if you really want to make a difference. But don't just go out there following the masses and just protesting just because you didn't get your way. It's just complete childish, and I really think this is very unprofessional too. As a person, you would tell someone one thing and then you just go and do a complete another. It's not called for. Just unnecessary. It's unnecessary stress on you and onto everybody else. So we'll go ahead, we'll rinse out, and we'll do the aftershave splash. Alright, American blend. Smells great, like really old school barber, very strong, but it feels really good. And I will have a link with everything that I used today in the description. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for the daily shave. So as always, like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for supporting my channel.